What is going on, everybody? Jeremy here, and this is a Vids by Jeremy production. Today this is just how my experience was shooting for the 3 mural artists in the video that you probably seen. I'm gonna try to link that somewhere. If I don't link it up here, then it's probably going to be in the description down below. But it's one of my earlier videos, probably actually one of my most recent videos. This video is just to talk about the experience that I've had actually shooting for them. And, well, I must say shooting for them was very fun. Relaxing, not hard at all. Maybe 1 or 2 hard parts in there, but for the most part, it was very fun. I enjoyed every bit of it. They're awesome, incredible. I'm gonna link all their social media accounts down below, as well as a few other things, but let's get it right into it. Let's just jump right into it. So, first of all, I actually linked up with one of the muralists, and this was probably back in June or July this year, and I wanted to get her on a different project that I was working on, but she agreed to it, which was okay, but we haven't gotten to that point yet because she's real busy at the moment. We discussed a few things, and at first she didn't even think I was legit. But then she saw on my Instagram account that I had posted my drone, and she really wanted to work with me, and so she was just explaining like, hey, bring the drone. I'm like, no problem, whatever you need, I do what I can to bring it. I basically offered her to be her videographer for doing work when she needs it. About a month or two goes by, and she gives me the word for a job. I'm actually working on editing another video for her and her group, but that one's probably not going to come out until a little bit later. We're still working on a few things with that. This job here was for Meeting of Styles 2020, and I must say that art festival there is a very interesting one, matter of fact, because basically what Meeting of Styles is basically a lot of graffiti artists and a lot of mural artists, which Chicago is dominated with, especially on the south side of Chicago. So what the muralist and graffiti artists usually do for Meeting of Styles is the man who's in charge of it goes around, asking building owners and managers, park districts, etc., if they can get contracts going to get artists to paint and airbrush the walls. You kind of, give a festival going and whatnot, and just for the communities and the people that live there, kind of walk by and watch the amazing work that those people are doing. For the work that I did for the girls, it was over by, oh my God, I'm horrible, because I don't want to say it's Pilsen, but I want to say it is Pilsen, but it was right south of Damon. I might be wrong on that one, but it was south of Damon, and everyone that that was doing that area was right in this little back alley. So it was like a block off of Damon, South Damon Avenue. And, that Friday wasn't too packed. There was just a few people there that day. That Saturday was crazy busy. But I mean, of course, everybody's doing what they got to do. I didn't really do anything Sunday. I was going to actually go visit people on Sunday, but I just stayed home and just started editing that video like that very next day for the girls. That Friday was probably the most difficult day for me because the wind currents were just ridiculous. Like, I would try to fly the drone up, and getting the drone in the air, I could get it in the air, but the problem with the drone getting in the air was it holding steady. And then the big major part was we're in a back alley, and this back alley is pretty narrow, and it kind of goes into like two different angles. Well, we were on the first end of that angle, and it was just like I could get a good pan out shot from one side, but then if I were to go on the other end, it's a lot more harder because there's a house right there. And those people were very friendly and cool. I shout out to those people. But the building from where they were painting from, I couldn't get my drone on that side, so I had to make it work from a front. If I'm viewing the actual murals that they were painting, I'm viewing the front and then to my right. So that was pretty difficult to do, but just working in alleys in general is difficult. And reason why I say that is because when you're working in an alley, especially with the drone, you got to worry about power lines and oh my God. And then you got the garage. I mean, if you put the propeller guards on a DJI or any drone for that matter, you might not have to worry too much about a garage, but just the power lines in general, you don't want to cause that big of an accident. And that's the crazy part about working in an alley. But I was able to pull it off, of course, before I got the drone up in the air. I had to scout out. I usually scout everywhere that I'm shooting at. Try to scout the place out, see where I can do a little work at, just, measure how much space I'm able to, use with the drone. And I was able to pull it off, but that Friday I could not do it because the wind was just blowing that drone way to the other side. Oh my God. Like I would get it up in the air and then like the propellers are just working harder and harder to stay in one particular spot. Mother Nature was just not with me that Friday, but I did get a lot of shots with the Canon 800D. I actually got some pretty good shots with that, and I wasn't complaining too much about it, but I was well equipped. Saw some amazing artists. There were two artists that I met that Friday. I'm actually gonna plug their Instagrams down too. I actually met three artists that day, and one of the artists that I met, working for the girls, that, while I was working for the girls, he was the one actually in charge of it. And golly, his art was just crazy dope. At first I thought it was the wizard dude from Harry Potter, but that wasn't the case. But his artwork was amazing. Then there was another woman where she just had this one signature with, I'm not even gonna give you details, but her art was just, it was very, very detailed, colored. Just golly, that was amazing what she could do. And then the guy that was doing his art right next to her, he was, golly, that was crazy what that man was doing. Like he would start out and write an encrypted code on the wall, and then from the encrypted code, he would actually put his I almost said painting. He would put his mural on top of the encrypted code. It was just crazy. And just those three artists that I met that day and I was talking to alone would, their work is incredible. And I was actually talking to the man that was in charge of everything, and he was just explaining to me everything about what was going on with the project and everything as far as the festival went. And then we actually started conversating about old school hip hop, which I'm a pretty big fan of. And he was just a real, humble guy, and he did his work. He actually taught me a few tricks and whatnot about, dealing with contracts and whatnot for videography, because I just got into this myself. And I was like, yo, thank you for the wisdom. Really good guy. I'm going to plug his Instagram down there too. Back to the girls. So that Saturday, I was pretty much there all that day. And the wind was not as bad that day. Gotta say that. Yeah, the wind wasn't as bad. I was getting a lot of drone shots, but I was still getting a lot of good shots with the camera too, the Canon. But that drone, I was throwing that bad boy in the air, and I was just letting it fly. And I was getting backwards pan shots, forward pan shots. Some of the pan shots I was able to kind of like go left with, and I could still go right with it. While I'm getting those pan shots, I'm like trying to pay attention because I don't want to hit any power lines, because there were still power lines in some of those pan shots. And I'm like, okay, I just gotta, know how to make those moves, move them right. And I mean, hey, I think I did pretty good. Everybody was telling me dope video, and I got quite a few comments on my, well, not comments, but I got quite a few likes on that video when I posted it on my Instagram. I'm actually, like I said, I'm gonna link it in here. So if I haven't already linked it up top earlier, it's definitely gonna be in the description down below for you to check out. For the most part, getting that Saturday work done was just easy work. And one of the girls came back later that day to finish off some of her work and do some touching up. And I mean, she actually brought one of her friends with her because he had a pretty good construction ladder, and I was like, damn, that's pretty dope. And the funniest thing about that mural was, not that I'm a marijuana smoker, but I can just imagine like people who do smoke marijuana, because one of the murals was painted with neons. And me and this one guy was talking that Friday because he had stopped by just to see the work that everybody was doing. And he goes, can you imagine somebody being high at night and they pass by this mural? And I'm like, dude, they would trip out. It was just funny. And like all that Saturday, when people were like stopping by and looking at the work, everybody was just laughing and laughing and laughing. It was hilarious. Also with the drone, because I still had good battery life left, I was able to get a few drone shots of just like the one side that we were working on and everybody that was over there. I was just flying the drone around, getting shots of everybody and seeing what they were doing. I wish I could have got everybody's Instagram accounts and just linked everyone in there, because everybody in there had some major work. But what I'm definitely gonna do is try to plug in the page for Meeting of Styles, and then you guys could just go into that Instagram account and just look at everybody's work. And many of those artists are actually linked to that account, if not everybody. Right towards the end, before I decided to leave, because two of the girls had finished one of the murals and the other one was still getting touched up. Right before the end, I got a couple more pan out shots with the drone. I actually came back that Monday and I went to get some completed shots of the work. My one mistake on that Monday when I went to get that work was I did not overshoot. And I normally overshoot like crazy. That is the one videographer's like main rule, is to overshoot. Like you drill it so much in your head, overshoot. I did not do that when I went to get the final work, but for those 2 pan out shots that I did do at the end of that video, I think I did pretty good. Then I took a few, pictures with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and just, hey, took a few pictures and got some work shot from other people's murals and graffiti work. And I gotta say, man, Chicago is dominated with work. I actually got an idea for another project, but I think that would be a little difficult being a videographer, but I'm not even gonna spit that one out there. But just, golly, it's a lot of talent here, and I don't think it gets enough recognition. That's why I'm just, golly, just a few people know, but I got some stuff in the works, and I think you guys are gonna love it. I know I loved it. I just loved working with it. But I got some stuff in the works. I'm not gonna tell you what it is right now, but yeah. Chicago definitely got a lot of talent. All I can say is people appreciate it and just, I mean, man, tell a friend about some of the artwork you see here in Chicago, and it's just amazing. I'm definitely gonna do more work for mural artists. I'm gonna do a lot more work for the girls, and I mean, if I can do any type of work for them, I'm definitely gonna do it. They were amazing. Love them all. Also, after this video, please go on Instagram and check all those amazing artists out. If you can, buy some of their work if they're selling it, or if you're a store owner, or you own some type of wall or whatever the case may be, or a building, anything, and you need mural work done, go to them. And I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help you out and work with you. Those people were just amazing. Well, I go by the name of Jeremy. Definitely see y'all in the next one. Peace, blessings to everybody. Got another promo video I'm dropping Friday. By the time this video comes out, it might actually already be out. But peace and blessings. I'm Jeremy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace out. That was super lame. That was just super lame. Anywho, I'm Jeremy. Nope. Still lame. Anywho, I'm Jeremy. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, blessings, take care. Love y'all. Peace and blessings, y'all. Jesus Christ, I'm just lame. I'm out.